I am back. Very little has changed since yesterday's video, and if you're still here after yesterday's video, thank you very much. Again, I am very sorry if I did offend anyone, but I really didn't mean to. But we're back with a new video, and this is one that's hopefully gonna offend no one. Yay. Now, first of all, I am wearing these festive party hats, which are very cute and sparkly. And second of all, today's video, kind of ironically, is going to be about kindness. As I mentioned yesterday, the job that I'm currently working requires long hours and is actually very customer facing. I do enjoy the job, but it is intense. And the thing I find about customer facing jobs, because I've only ever worked customer facing jobs, is that I find it can be really lovely if the people are nice. And I'm quite lucky where I currently am working, 90% of the people are nice, as in the customers. But even in jobs where that percentage was a lot lower, I still found a lot of enjoyment from it. Because what I like about customer facing jobs is knowing that I can make a difference to someone's day. That sounds really cheesy, but I mean it. Like, one thing I did at one of my old jobs was I would leave nice notes on people's orders. Silly things like have a nice day or enjoy your meal or whatever, silly things that didn't cost me anything to write, didn't really mean anything to them, but it was just a little something to spread some happiness. And I do think it worked, I hope. But the other day, there was a family that I was working with who was so unbelievably kind to me. And I don't think they would have felt that they necessarily went out of their way to be kind. They were just being human and were realizing that I was a human too. I think that's what it comes down to. And by them acknowledging the fact that I am human, nothing went wrong. It wasn't like, oh, I made a mistake and they were luckily very nice about it because, oh, she's human. I was just helping out with something. They were happy, I was happy, it was fine. But they did something. First of all, they spoke to me and I spoke to them. And we just spoke to each other as two humans rather than I'm the company and they're the client. So that was already nice. And then because of that, they then organised something for me that wasn't anything out of their way. It didn't cost them anything to do or to ask or to say. And they just treated me like a human, like a person with a life who wants to do things and wants to explore the world and who in some cases want the same thing as them. I can't go into too much detail because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but suffice it to say that that small act of kindness, which I'm sure for them was very small, really meant a lot and changed my day. It made it a really good day at work. And they were only there for the one day and they only changed that one day. But in my mind, they're gonna stick with me for a very long time, I think, because of what an impact they made. And it was the smallest thing. Like, I wish I could tell you, but I can't yet, maybe later. And basically that's inspired me to make this video because I just want to say, remember that everyone is human. I think that's what it comes down to. Just think about the people who are offering you a service as people who are exactly like you. Like, that's it. That's all there is to it. They are just offering you that service because they need money 90% of the time, or because they love it. But either way, everyone's in the same boat. We all just want to be happy. That's all it is. I don't know how else to say this, but literally just be kind. Be kind to everyone, especially now around Christmas, obviously. And you know what? I would say especially now around Christmas, but actually around Christmas is the time when people are nicest to other people. Also sometimes rudest, but also nicest. But keep it through to January. January's always the toughest month. Every job I've worked, in January, everyone is kind of sad because the hype of like Christmas, New Year is over and everyone's broke because they've spent all the money on Christmas gifts. And I'm not saying you need to tip. Obviously it's nice to tip, but you don't have to spend money on people in order to appreciate them and to just treat them like human beings. And talk to the people. Like, if you're going into a shop, for example, and I don't know, something's going wrong, or even if something's not going wrong, but you need help or whatever, treat the person who is helping you or serving you or whatever as a human being. And ask them like, oh, how was your Christmas? Or do you celebrate Christmas? Or whatever. Now, I am the most introverted introvert, so it's not like I'm going out of my way to speak to people, but it's nice to be acknowledged as a human. And I think that's all. This is a very long video from my end. I don't know how long it's going to be for you guys, but I've rambled for a while about just being kind and treating people like humans. And that's all I want to say. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!